greatest interviewer of all time, Dan Allen Gaming. If there's one podcast you want to hear this year, it's Dan Allen Gaming.
Dan, we've got a job to do.
Mr. Allen, I've been waiting for you, Mr. Dan Allen. Anyone who's anyone has heard of the likes of you, especially your YouTube channel. It's amazingly entertaining. Good job.
This is Geralt of Rivia, and you're watching Dan Allen Gaming. Yeah.
This is Agent 47. Subscribe to Dan Allen Gaming. He's a great guy.
I always knew we were destined for something great to happen. A lot of people want to change their cards, not me. I like the hand we've been dealt.
I'm gonna come find you, little man thing.
Dan, I knew you'd love me. Come on now, just a little taste.
Dan Allen Gaming. He's a lovely boy.
Super Dan, you number one. Woohoo!
This is Colt calling out to Dan the Animal Allen. I'm gonna break this fucking loop, or I'm gonna break your neck.
You're watching Dan Allen Gaming, and you're going to regret it.
Dan, you and I are gonna take back the universe for humanity.
We're having a problem with Metal Gear, and I need your help. So contact me by codec, damn it!
Dan Allen, you and I going dark now.
Are you being cheeky, Dan?
I like to keep this for close encounters.
Tune in to Dan Allen Gaming, or else I'm coming after you. You're fucking down.
I've been interviewed by Dan Allen of Dan Allen Gaming. Not to be mistaken for Van Allen. You know the belts? No, not the same guy. Not even related. Okay, Jackie out.
All the best to you. Just don't cross me.
Dan Allen Gaming, you have got to be one of the best things to come out of Australia. Did you know that? You and me, we would have been unstoppable. Anyways, outlaws for life, partner.
Your face, your ass, what's the difference?
It's okay, Dan. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
But you shouldn't have done that. It fucking hurts!
Let's find out if Dan Allen Gaming really is the best fucking show in town.
Dan, you eat babies. Everybody knows that.
Welcome back. Whoa. Jeez, that's loud. We need to fix that. Oh my goodness. Whoa. There we go. How are we all? Dan here today with another interview. We have Sean Ray on, who portrayed Male Dani Rojas in Far Cry 6. So this should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to chatting with him about the game. Who have we got in here on this fine evening? We have Tank Buster. Not a bad name, actually. Tank Buster. Watching live from Scotland, Ronald. Great to have you here, mate. Colin. Dem. Imagine Keanu on Dan's show, even 10-minute interview. I know, man. I know, I've tried. Don't you worry, I've tried. Ghost Butterfly, how are you? Hunter. First time watching the stream. Great to have you here, Hunter. You've got 70 episodes to go back and watch. We're talking Kevin Conroy, Batman. We're talking Troy Baker, Jennifer Hale, David Hayter, Barry Sloan. The list goes on. Check out the playlist. And also, guys, if you do enjoy today's show, make sure you do leave a like and check out my other channel, Dan Allen Gaming Clips, because I know a lot of you can't check out the full interview, so I do a little clips channel of the best parts. I recently finished Far Cry 6 with Male Dani. Well, this is perfect. This is perfect for you. Good music, good soundtrack, this game. It's 11:50 p.m. Salute from Turkey. Great to have you here. All right, guys, Sean's on the line. I say we get him in. What do you think? We'll start this one off. If you do want to get a question asked, the best place is Super Chat. And I will get to as many as possible with Sean. Rick Grimes, my favorite, The Walking Dead, baby. I love you too, brother. How are you doing today, sir? Just to let you know, I have a YouTube channel. Well, that's great, man. Great to see. All right, guys. Please welcome to the show, Sean Ray.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Sean, you can hear me, brother?
I can hear you. Can
hey,
you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. How are ya?
All right, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Great to have you here. I'm very well, thank you, man. I love those
you.
glasses as well. You rock those out, brother.
Thank you.
Is that a staple of yours or what?
It has been for the last couple of years. You know, I just own it now.
You just found them in a shop and you're like, yeah, this is me, or what?
Yeah. Like I had 2 different pairs. You know, I had like the bigger, like the wider frames, like in that last photo. But then I ended up losing those, and then these were my backups. And then now I'm just like, yeah, well,
man,
it's fate.
It's a pleasure to have you on here, man. How have you been?
Thank you.
How's the last week been with the game releasing and all that?
It's been great, man. Like it's been wild. It's just like getting just getting all the love from people and like these messages and like seeing all these like positive reviews and everything. I don't know. Like it's been crazy. Like this is the biggest thing I've ever been a part of. So
is it bizarre?
A little bit, yeah. Because I'm a gamer too, so yeah, it's kind of weird to be in a game.
You are a gamer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great to hear. Were you a fan of Far Cry, or what games are you into?
Yeah, I was. Actually, like I'm into like a lot of like role-playing games, and
yeah,
I love like Skyrim, Fallout, GTA.
Nice.
But I have played like Far Cry 2, 3, and 4, like long before I even had the opportunity to come out for this. So yeah, it's been pretty wild to be the next protagonist in the next installment.
And voiced as well, man. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, like voice, mocap, all that stuff. It's been a journey, man.
I got so many questions to ask you about that process. But firstly, when did you, like, I'm guessing it was just a normal audition, but when do you realize it's Far Cry? Because there's usually code names for these games.
Yeah.
You know, so you probably signed up to the project not even knowing what it was.
Well, when I first got the audition, they give you like a breakdown, of course. Like you said, there's a code name and all that. But like they give like a description of like what the game is. And I'm like, this sounds like a Far Cry game to me.
Really?
Knowing of like, what I've played before, like the character like takes out outposts, trying to take down this like tyrannical regime.
Oh yeah, you were onto him.
But actually, yeah. But my first audition wasn't even for the player; it was for someone else.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Back in the early days, it was so like the gender changed for the character of Clara, and it was supposed to be a male, and I went out for her role like way back in like 2018.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, and then I got brought back for the player, and then it was like multiple auditions for that, and then finally they chose me for Dani Rojas.
How many callbacks for that? Like how long is that process to finally land that role?
It was there was a lot. Like in 2018, we were going out for like the demo, which I didn't know yet. And then when I got cast as the player, was it? Sorry, my memory is hazy from back then, but
yeah.
It was no, sorry, it was the player, but he had a different name, and we did like a 3-day shoot and then 3 days in the VO booth, and that was it. And I didn't know what was going to happen from it, and I didn't hear back for like 6 months. And then I remember this randomly. I'm going through like this casting site, just like browsing through roles, like what's being auditioned and stuff. And then I happened by this casting thing about a video game, searching for male player, blah blah blah. I'm like, this sounds a lot like what I shot like months back. I'm like, oh god, they didn't choose me. They're recasting. And then I don't know, maybe like a week goes by, and then I get called in for the second round of callbacks for that character, and I'm like, oh shit, like, all right, now I'm back in the game, so I have to re-audition for the same role. I think it was maybe 2 more times, and then finally they decided for me.
So do they tell you it's Far Cry, or do you walk on set
No.
and see Ubisoft? Like what? How does it work?
Like for that whole audition process, like it was all code names.
Yep.
And all that. But me as a gamer, and with my history with the franchise as a gamer, I knew what it was. Like I was like 90% sure until we got on set on the day. I'm like, okay, this is Far Cry. I know this now.
So when did you finally meet Giancarlo Esposito? When did that happen? And were you nervous on that day or what?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm a fan of Breaking Bad. You know, I watched the show like 3 times over, but that he was late. Like he got casted late into filming.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, because like when we were shooting, we knew that there was gonna be like a big name for the villain, but no one knew who it was. They're going through like they had like their different options and stuff, but we didn't know until like I don't know, maybe halfway through, even a little bit more, and then finally we found out that it was gonna be Giancarlo for that, and I was like, yes.
So like when you first met him, like what do you say to him? Are you just trying to keep it professional and light and?
Yeah, but he's such a sweet guy and everything, you know,
Yeah.
because like he's known for playing like so many like intimidating bad guys that but no, it's just like I'm gonna keep it pro, you know, and you know, like at this time like we're colleagues and everything, but I was like, I still said, man, I'm a fan of your work, dude. I'm a fan. I love you. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Little gamer boy here says, "Hey Sean, have you ever played the previous Far Cry games before you were casted into Far Cry 6? Great job on your performance from Cam the Man." You did mention that earlier, but which one was your favorite? I guess I'll change the question for him.
Thank you, Cam the Man. I appreciate that. But yeah, Far Cry 3 was like my favorite one because my first one was Far Cry 2, and I love that. Like the whole like it was
very detailed.
It was
game.
like a different type of shooter, right?
Mm.
It wasn't like your typical like Call of Duty kind of thing where it was like a linear story. It was like an open world shooter, and then like I love how like the environments, like I remember the fire, exactly.
Yeah.
When the fields start burning, it's like, oh shit, like oh the fields are burning, like everything's like it's just
pretty
it's
sick,
moving, man. Like yeah. So that was my first introduction to the series, but then like I started playing it like a little late, and then when I finished it, I heard that Far Cry 3 was dropping. I'm like, well, then I got to get this now, and that was a great time for me. And there's actually a funny story, because I was playing Far Cry 3 in my early 20s. I forget, maybe it was 21 or 22. Like even before I decided to take acting as like a profession, I was kind of like, I don't know, up in the air. I don't know, like I was just like I wanted to do it, but I didn't know how to do it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I
It's
was
not
just
an easy
gaming, and
business
then
to get into.
right, and then I remember specific like this moment was like it's clear as day, and because the protagonist Jason Brody, he has like a blue T-shirt and like kind of like spiky hair, and then I take like a bathroom break and I go, and I was living with my parents at the time, and I go to the bathroom and I look in the mirror. I'm like, oh shit, man! Like I'm wearing a blue T-shirt. I got kind of like spiky hair. Like
That's me.
I could kind of be in a Far Cry story or a game, and then years
Wow.
later, here I am.
Isn't that crazy, man? How the
It
world
is, yeah.
how the world works.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, far out. Man, what a badass voice. I hope we get to see Sean in more AAA games. That's from Erdem.
Thank you, Erdem. Yeah, thanks, man.
James Lanfear. Hello, Dan. Hello, Sean. First time watcher and listener. I'm already excited. Thank you both so much for doing what you do. Thank you, James. I appreciate it.
Thank you, James.
Dalton, who is your favorite amigo in Far Cry 6, Sean?
Oof. Well, man, come on. It's got to be Chorizo. Like, how cute
Come on, yeah.
can that little doggy be?
Although, what about Chicharron?
Chicharron? I mean, he's a wild one, He's pretty chaotic.
Who came up with Chicharron? Like, when did that come in? Because that's so good, man. I love that.
I believe that's pigskin, right?
Oh.
Like the translation for chicharron would be it's like a Mexican dish, if I'm
Yeah, you're
correct.
right. Yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah. And
That's
this
so
is a
good.
funny name for a rooster. But I love Guapo too, because I've played a bit of the game.
Yeah.
I haven't gone I didn't get too far. And like I'm still on the first couple hours. And I think Guapo is the first amigo that you get, and that dude can just tear shit up. Like you just send him to do things. So eat that guy, and then you just go in and do the cleanup. But yeah,
Chorizo's
Guapo's
the
a
one.
VIP. But Chorizo, yeah, I haven't met him yet, but it's like as a gamer side of me, I haven't met that amigo yet. But yeah, man, like undeniably, he's the cutest little thing ever.
Now, there was like a mission or so with Chorizo. Can I ask, is there an actual dog being mocap? Like, is it just you're looking at nothing, or like, because the character of Philly, I forgot who plays him, but
Manuel Rodriguez.
There you go.
He's a good friend.
Oh, that's good. He's fantastic as well.
Oh yeah, hilarious.
Was he holding a dog, or like, how does that work?
No, it was like I'm sure like when we weren't filming, they probably did like a
Yeah.
mocap thing for a dog, but on set, like during the cinematics, it was like a wooden piece of like a dog that would, as best as they could, that would look like a dog with like little training wheels on the back and with like the dots on it to capture that. So it was always like a wooden toy kind of thing.
Yeah. That happens a lot on mocap, doesn't it? Just
Yeah,
random
yeah.
shit becoming things. Although the guns are like actual fake guns, aren't they?
They're plastic, but
Plastic,
they have
yeah.
the weight.
Oh,
Like,
they
they're heavy
do?
plastics.
Really?
Yeah, like for like if we're holding like a plastic pistol, it's got the same weight to it, or the AK's got the same weight to it.
Yeah.
So it's like you're actually holding it, but it's obviously plastic. But yeah, it's got that weight.
So you mentioned you're playing the game. How far are you through, and what do you think so far? Is this your first time seeing it? Like playing it?
Actually, the first time, like before launch, IGN, they posted like the first 17 minutes of gameplay, and I was like, I gotta see something. I can't wait until I get a copy. So I watched it. I'm like, damn, this looks good. And then surprisingly, like they chose to feature my version of Danny for that specific that specific that specific vi- uh, vi- video, and I was really impressed by it, and I'm like, damn, like, all right, I sound good. But yo, in the game, like, yeah, I'm not that far. I'm like 2 hours in. You know, I'm just taking my time with it. I haven't played since like maybe 5 days ago, but yeah, going to dive in real soon.
I should get you on, man, and we'll play together live for the audience. You know how much they'd
That'd
love
be cool,
that?
yeah.
They would
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that, man.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Sean, did you ever meet Michael Mando, the voice of Vaas from Tank Buster?
No, did not. I would love to, but I didn't.
Oh, because I'm guessing you were a fan of his work in Far Cry 3. I mean, that was...
Of course.
Yeah, what a villain,
Vaas, definition of insanity. Yeah.
So that's one of the best villains, I tell you. But Giancarlo, he did a fantastic job. I don't know if you've seen many of his scenes, or you were in some. I wanted to ask you, because there's a male and female version of Danny, do you shoot those scenes twice? Do you...
Yep.
You do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we shoot them twice, but through like multiple takes, right? Like
Yeah.
takes over and over. But yeah, we do it back to back. You know, it's one person, like, whether it's me or the female version, we'll like do like the master scene, and then that's like that solidifies all the points where you're like, it's more like of a technical
Yeah,
aspect.
I know what you mean.
Like, say we grab something, exactly, but like it's up, like we have freedom to deliver our lines however we want, but the whole thing is whoever does the first take, or like the master shot, is now we have to match like the speed and the timing to get to whatever we interact with and hit our lines at the same moment. So it's kind of like a choreograph in a way. It's kind of challenging at first, but you get used to it.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, like, if I play back the male, because I am playing back, but I don't really notice it, like, are the other actors, is that the same scene on both sides for them?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
for us, like, there may be like subtle, there may be like subtle differences. Like, I noticed that there were times where I would say a line and like I would like use my hands in a different way, and then
the hands weren't there.
And then Nisa's version, she wouldn't do that, or then she would do
Yeah.
something, and then I wouldn't do that same thing. So it's basically like the same, but there are like little subtle changes if you pay attention to that thing.
Yeah, man. So you haven't seen all your work yet? Like, you didn't go
Not
on my
yet.
channel and watch all your cutscenes or anything yet?
I didn't watch all,
Okay.
like, I was tempted to, but then like now that I have the game, I kind of want to leave it up to surprise. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I'm also playing as myself, so it's kind of weird.
Playing as yourself, not with yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Clarification.
As myself, not with. Big difference.
Tank says, have you ever worked on any other Ubisoft games before Far Cry 6?
No, this
is
was
your
the
first
time.
game, man. Yeah,
first game.
Not a bad way to
like,
kick it off.
Right? First, like, it's all first video game, first motion capture, first time in like in the vocal booth, like doing a character, like in film. Like the only time that I ever had an experience like in a vocal booth was doing like the ADR for a film, when they try to capture like the same lines that you did on set to make it like to make it stronger.
Yep.
But it's a lot of firsts on this project.
So when, like, you've never done motion capture before, had you ever done any training in that field, or you're completely fresh?
Nope. Went in fresh.
So
fresh meat.
Tell me some of the things you learned early on that, you know, I can't do this, I have to do it this way. Talk us through that.
There's like it's more technical wise, you know, like at the beginning of a scene you have to T-pose, and at the end of the scene you got to T-pose again. So that that gets you have to
Monotonous.
get used to that because like when you're on a film set, you don't do that. You know, it's like action, cut, and then it's over. But T-pose, and then like sometimes even like years in, I would like at the end of the scene, oh, that was sick, and I keep talking, T-pose. You can hear like the tech guys like the T-pose, Sean. Oh shit, sorry, T-pose, like that. And then like there's a head cam, and like you can't touch the head cam because like there's the
camera at the front,
the lights, cameras, and everything. So if you like tap it, and then they have to like retweak it. So and also another little cool thing is like whenever like we have to like say we're taking like a sip from a bottle or like having a smoke like from a cigar or whatever, it's got to go to your throat
like that,
and you go like this.
Yeah.
Like this,
oh,
like,
the throat, right? Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Because
I've
any
heard that
interference,
before.
interference in the face, then your facial data is ruined, and then you have to do that scene again. But and then like the animators will just move your hand up to your mouth.
So
there's just like little, it's just like small little like technical things.
What
But
about
yeah,
in
just
terms
have
of raw acting? Is there any difference besides like a film or TV?
The difference is like they like to do things in one take.
Well,
'cause
that's good for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's good practice. Because like in film, you can just like if you screw up a line, you can just like take it back, all right, and then start again. But to make it like to make the
You got to know your lines.
Animator's job more simple is like you have to do it all in one clean take without any screw ups, right? So like there were a lot of times where like I got to the end and then it's like I fumbled on a line. Oh shit! All right, take it back to the top. Let's go. But then it's good. Like I like doing take like after like the 10th take. Now we know the scene. It's all smoothed out and you just iron out all those kinks. You know.
A scene that I really enjoyed was you. Was it you and Bicho at the top of the roof? Am I thinking? Bicho,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
That scene, man, that was a great scene. Do you remember shooting that
Mhm.
one?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, I actually saw that one.
Yeah.
It's, I recall, we were sharing like a beer or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
we're kind of like tipsy and all that, and then like he's unsure of himself, and then Danny kind of reassures his role in like his part in the whole the revolution, and like you may not be like a gun, but you have your part. You know, I do my part. This is me, but you use your heart and all that. So like everybody has a part to play in this larger picture.
There's so many
It's
so many
a very
good
touching
side
scene.
It is a touching scene. No, it is, and it also leads to another scene later on that you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to spoil too much, but
I know, I kind of forget.
Oh, really? I won't mention it here anyway. But there's so many good side characters, isn't there? Just like I'm looking.
Totally.
I was looking through the cast, man. It's such a talented cast. Just
Yeah,
down the
yeah.
line, man. There's like 20 characters that are
And
bangers.
they're all like unique in their own way, and they have their own like great, like outstanding, like personality and all that. Like, yeah, I'm so proud of everybody in this project.
Was there any time on set or during a scene that you got emotional or anything? Like, did it ever go to that place for you?
Mhm, yeah. There are like, I mean, if you all played it like at the beginning, like when we're on the when we end up being on the when we end up being on the beach, and we're talking to when we're talking to sorry, my
Yeah, it's all good, man.
like I said, I have a stutter, but when I act, it's top notch, you know. But
Yeah, how do you? I'll ask that later.
yeah.
Go ahead, keep going.
No. When we're talking to a friend who ends up on the beach, you know, there are a lot of those like emotional moments that you can't hold back, and it just comes with the character and with the other character, and like, and then there's some other ones, like I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, like there are moments where I couldn't hold back that type of tears, and like you can like hear it in the voice, like choking up.
I thought so. Yeah, that's what I was saying, because I could hear it in the voice. I didn't know if that was just you being an expert in the acting side, but if I could feel the emotion.
It's real. It's
you know?
real.
Yeah.
You know, acting is from the internal.
So, how does the stutter work when you get on set? Is that something you have to deal with, or is it? How does
Usually
that work?
not.
Really?
I mean, like, I'm still working out like the answers for it, but it's always been a thing for me, and I love, like, as a kid, you know, like I just always want to be an actor, like since like my main my main inspirations were like Al Pacino and
Yeah.
Scarface and The Godfather, and like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how I wanted to become an actor. But like through high school, I was like it was always in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
But like I never knew how to go about it. And then me and my boy back in the day, like we just started shooting short films, and then like I realized when I memorize words, I can say them fluently, even though like and then I just like I know what I have to say, and I just say it, and then that kind of developed into like more of like knowing what my character is, how they're like, where they're coming from, where they're going, and all that type of work just blends in, and then when we're on the day, I just become that person, and then it all just fades away, and it's like a sense of it's like a sense of freedom for my voice. If that makes sense.
So you think it's a mind trick, a little bit?
A little. I mean, yeah. I mean, like I can't speak on anybody else who has the same.
No, just
that
for
I
you,
do,
yeah.
But that's for me. Yeah, it's just like as long as I know this character, know this work, and even like I can improv in a scene, and it's perfect. It's like a flow state. When you get into that flow state, it's just like everything else just goes away, and then I'm this person now. It's weird, but that's the best I can explain it.
I gotta say, man, you both did a great job. I've played through
Thank you.
Both versions, male and female, and actually, I found the takes pretty different personally.
Yeah, cool.
they weren't completely the same. Like it's actually a slightly different experience both times.
Nice.
But no, you did a fantastic job, man. Has Sean met the female version of Dani? Cuba.
Yeah, we all
says Cuba, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cuba. Okay. Yeah, of course. Like we were on set every single day. You know, like we did the scenes back to back, and you know and to this day, like we're still we're really good friends. We live in the same city, you know that. We live in Toronto, so
yeah,
we're still in touch all the time.
Shot in Toronto, yeah, this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
At Ubisoft Toronto.
Yeah, love it. Clash on everything. What was the most fun scene to shoot, Sean?
Well, there's a lot, but I've said this before, but my main highlight was getting to shoot a scene with Giancarlo. There's a moment that we
and
meet.
Which one? Which one's your favorite? Because there's a few.
There is. Now I'm like
you can't remember them.
No, I feel like I'm stepping on like kind of spoiler. Ground,
okay. Is it towards the end or?
You have to find out.
Okay.
But yeah, but also like I don't know if the scene made it into the game, which I heard it may or may not have, but there's one scene where Danny's going through like a meat packer of bodies, and he's just like navigating. It's almost like a horror movie type of scene. That was really cool. And I don't know, like I just can't pinpoint one specific moment.
I don't think that's
You
in
know,
the
like,
game, man.
I heard that got cut, I think.
Yeah.
But that was cool. I don't know.
Maybe horror elements. That'd be interesting. Yeah, maybe that's why they took it back, because it was a little bit too dark.
Yeah, a little
I
too
don't know.
gruesome, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
But
probably
I
a few
just remember-
cutscenes in the end.
Maybe, I don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
I just assumed that would have been in it because that was really cool to shoot.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's the last thing you say to him when it's all said and done? You're just thankful for the opportunity, and like, because I'm guessing, friends and family of yours, you're not supposed to tell them that you're working on this game or working with him, but surely the parents know at least, or what?
Yeah, like, are you talking about like when I got this, like the whole like the NDAs and all that, like how yeah. That was hard. That was very hard because like I wanted to like blurt it out to the world. That this is what I'm doing, but it's like no, it's a video game. I can't say what it is, and then I would go with like my friends and stuff, and then we go to a bar. They try to get me a little more juiced up and try to get some information out of me. But I'm like, I'm a lockbox.
Arrow here says, "Can you say coño?"
Coño. Coño. Come mierda.
Wow, you just turned that on, man. I love that. Man, I've listened to you and Nisa's voice so much that I feel like I am you now.
Yeah.
I am the character. Like
Thank you.
I've literally played 60 hours. I want to ask you as well about the singing in the car. When did they introduce that? Because there's like, have you noticed that?
Sorry?
There's some singing in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when do they tell you to do that? Is that booth work?
All right. It's not me singing. I'm gonna say that. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, because I can't sing.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Like,
No. You don't get in trouble for that.
yeah, I didn't even know that they were gonna do that, but yeah.
I wonder if it's the same
it's
for.
not my voice.
Wonder if it's the same for Nisa.
I can't speak on that, but
Yeah, I'll have to ask her.
But the humming is me. That's me. But yeah, I can't lie and say it's me. I'm gonna take credit for the singing, but no, unfortunately not.
That's all right. No, that's fine. Question here from Jack: what makes Far Cry 3 more fascinating than the other games, in your opinion, Sean?
I think it was Far Cry 3 did like a big step up from 2. They had because I remember in Far Cry 2, like you could choose like multiple protagonists, but they didn't have a voice or like like they didn't have like a personality, right? So in Far Cry 3, like Jason Brody was the first to have like a personality, a face, and a motive to do what he's doing and all that. Because I remember in 2, it was like you're just trying to take down a warlord, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Jackal, his name was. Yeah, in 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now it was more of like Far Cry 3 was like a fish out of water type of thing where he's thrown into this strange and violent place, and he just has to adapt and evolve on his own. So I think that was the biggest that was the biggest jump, and that I think that set the bar for the series.
Oh yeah, 100%. What's your favorite game, Sean? Says One Jedi Boy of all time.
My favorite game of all time, man.
Besides Far Cry, all right?
It's hard, yeah. Shit.
Besides Far Cry 6.
Like, I love Bethesda games, like the Elder Scrolls, Fallout. But like, if I have to choose, and then Red Dead Redemption, man, I can't choose one. And like Mass Effect, man, I could go on, but and GTA, I don't know, man. That's a tough question. If I could do like a top 3, probably Fallout, GTA, and Red Dead, and then slowly pin up with the Elder Scrolls, and then Mass Effect.
Oh wow! So you've put some time in, brother.
I have, man.
Shit, you're not
many years.
I have a lot of guests on that just don't play games. They're actors, you know. They don't play.
I've been gaming since I was a kid.
Yeah, you're in, man.
Yeah.
I love it. That's fantastic. Wow, I'm very proud of Sean. I think he would have a problem with speaking, but this wasn't a limit to him to achieve his goals of becoming an actor. Sorry for my English. I'm Italian.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a journey. You know, it's just I've been doing more of these type of things since Far Cry came out, and I was kind of hesitant to do these features, like being on like.
Besides my channel, I mean, you're
the interviews, of course. Yeah. By now, I'm just like, let's do this, baby. But yeah, man. Like,
why were you hesitant? You know, tell, what was it about?
Well, because of my stutter. You know, it's like I just don't want to like, and then like, if I just don't want people to be, you know, just to see me and be like, oh, this guy can't talk or whatever. You know, it's kind of like just me being in my own head and everything.
Yeah. It's that.
So yeah, I mean, it's just the confidence and like the courage to step up and do my part into promoting this character and all that, and to get better at this kind of thing, because it's going to happen more in my career. So
well, make sure you follow this man, everybody watching, Sean Ray on Instagram.
Yeah, Shawnee Ray, SeanyRey.
We got to get you to 1,000 followers, all right?
Right, thanks.
Now, you and Nisa, obviously female and male version of the character. Do you guys work on the character together? Did you work on the character and try it like she thought there was this sort of personality trait, you thought it was this person? Like, how did that work? Was there a lot of back and forth there?
It was more so of like, more like on a technical side, right? Because we had our own ideas on like how we would deliver the lines and all that. So like we wouldn't, maybe sometimes, but like there wasn't like a creative competition. It was more like a team effort that we came together, and then you know we would discuss like behind the scenes who's gonna do like the master shot first, and who felt, you know, we just try to balance it out and keep it fair. So like it was kind of like a team. It was like a team huddle thing. Like, all right, so we're gonna do this, blah blah blah. But like we still had our own freedom to portray our versions of Dani.
There's so many good scenes, man. I could pick your brain about, like, heading in a little bit of spoilers. There's a scene where, and this is spoilers, guys, so just mute for 30 seconds if you don't want to hear. Where Clara Garcia gets shot. That scene. Mm-hmm. Do you remember shooting that one? Man, that was such an enthralling scene. Like I was so in that scene, man. Like that was when I'm like, yeah, I'm really invested here. This is fantastic. Do you remember shooting that one?
I do. That was actually one of my favorite scenes because I was face to face with Anton Castillo.
So cool.
That.
Yeah.
It was a very emotional moment for the character. For the character of Dani.
Yeah.
And I just that was a very heavy scene, and I remember like we were doing like a bunch of takes of like me like going to her and then picking up the gun and it's like "Come mierdas," if that's still in it, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very sweaty moment, back and forth, going to this point, back and those suits get hot, man. They get hot quick.
And they're revealing too.
Yes, they are very revealing. And like, even though like I still like in the studio, like they would pump like the AC really high, and then even like as soon as you start going, I'm drenched, man. I'm drenched in this suit. Like if I'm gonna move for so however long, like I'm done. Like I am sweating inside.
How many hours would you shoot in the volume per session?
Oh, like per day?
Yeah.
Like standard, like 8 hours.
Really? Wow, that's actually quite a lot when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, like that's
a heavy day. Like
that's actually not that heavy. And like
No?
in film, like we could go like 12 hours, 14
Really?
hours, and then you get into like
Shit.
then you get into like the overtime part of it. But yeah, like they try to keep it pretty light, but we would focus a lot on like 1 or 2 scenes per day and just hammer them out.
And that was back in 2019, or was that during COVID at all? It was during COVID.
Yeah, it was. Yep. It was 2019, and then COVID happened, and then we got shut down for a bit.
Yeah.
And then we got the okay to come back. And then I kind of gained a bit of weight during in the quarantine, so I had to fit into a large mocap suit instead of a medium. I was kind of embarrassed about that. But then now I'm back to my normal weight again, so.
That's fantastic. I love that.
I was like, yo, I messaged them, I'm like, I gained like 10 pounds, so you might have to like up me up to a large for this duration of filming.
What were you eating, man? What was getting, what was it, too many what?
I mean, it was just like depression about like the whole situation, you know, and like too much beer and fast food and all that stuff, and it just kind of.
What's your go-to fast food?
My thing, it was A&W.
Really?
A&W, yeah.
Wow, that's random. Why? Like,
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know because it tastes good.
There you go. That's so funny.
Oh man, yeah. I don't eat it anymore.
What's that for people that don't know in other countries?
It's just another fast food joint. It's like better than McDonald's, better than Burger King, but still it's fast food, you know. I don't know what it stands for, A&W, I forget. But yeah, it's just a fast food joint.
That's so funny.
Yes.
I love Yara as a setting. What's a location you'd love to see a setting for a Far Cry game in the future, Sean?
Ooh, damn, that's a good question.
Australia, mate.
Man. Yeah, the Outback. That would be actually
the Outback,
cool,
man. Come
like,
on, with all the
that would be
kangaroos and crocs, like that's. Why haven't they done it? We've got all the animals.
I mean, you just answered that for me. Actually, that's pretty. That's very good because it's such a vast landscape, and yeah, that's wild. I mean, other than that, I think it would be cool to go back to Africa. Like Far
me
Cry
too,
2.
man. Yeah.
Or
I
maybe
agree.
like Tasmania or something. I don't know.
Tasmania. I'm surprised you even know that where that is.
I mean, it's it's tropical, sort of, right?
Have you ever been here before?
No.
Oh, really?
I would like to. I mean, honestly, your bugs freak me out. Like,
so that's
it's
keeping
like-
you away, is it?
It's almost like Fallout type of like mutated animals, mutated insects, like giant spiders, snakes in your
No.
toilet, man. I don't know, dude.
You'll be right.
No.
You'll be right.
Man, like fucking like hunter spiders like on your wall. Like,
Yeah, that does happen. Yeah, that's
no.
annoying.
That's not for me. That's not for me.
Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, the spiders are annoying. I'll give you that.
I don't like spiders.
Far Cry 6 cinematography felt as good as Hollywood level, and the acting was impeccable as well as the camera work was brilliant. There's no question there. It's just a statement. And I agree. The cinematography was really good. And even, did you see those opening title sequence? That opening title?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that, man. That's phenomenal.
Yeah. The guy that did the like the opening title sequence, he did True Detective.
No way. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
I was going to say it was just as good as that one. Isn't that
so
funny?
like the opening the title sequence like for the animation was done. Sorry, I forget his name, but he did True Detective, and then for the score, it was Pedro
Narcos.
Bronfman who did Narcos. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters, man.
Yeah.
And you're in the poster, man. You're
I know, right?
right beside him.
Yeah. I know. It's wild.
And so, are you going to go for more video game roles now, or do you still want to go
I would
down
love
the
to.
film and TV, or do you want to do?
I would
more
love to do both. I
Yeah?
mean, it's up to whatever gets thrown my way, right? Like whatever I get to
You'd love to
audition
pick and
for
choose,
all
but
that. Yeah, but at this moment in my career right now, I'm still at the place where I take whatever comes my way. Hopefully in a few years I can be able to pick and choose, but yeah, I would love to go back to the mocap space and do that same thing again.
So you'd like to be, what game would you like to be in? Fallout? The next Fallout? Fallout 5?
If it ever gets made.
Yeah, I know.
Because, you know, Bethesda's doing that whole Starfield thing, and
you excited for that?
I mean, I got an Xbox Series S specifically for future Bethesda games.
Nice. No PS5?
No lie. Not yet. I will though. I will. But I just because I heard that Bethesda they made a deal with Microsoft exclusive. I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? I have to get a new Xbox now, obviously. Come on.
Well, yeah,
but,
you
I don't
love
know,
all
man.
their games.
Yeah, I mean, if I could choose, definitely Rockstar. Aside from any future Ubisoft titles, I would love to be in the next Rockstar game, whether it's GTA, Red Dead, Bully, if they ever do that.
Oh, GTA 6. Will we ever see it? Will I see it before?
They're coming out with the remaster, the trilogy, right? If you heard that, like it's been confirmed, I think that they're doing the remaster of all Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
I'm wondering how much they're remastered, like how much they've gone back and fiddled with it.
Yeah,
that's But I will play them. I mean, I play
definitely
pretty much anything they put out. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Here's one that might make you laugh. Is this man Tony Stark's doppelganger?
I never got that, man. I usually get like Johnny Depp or like Orlando Bloom or something, but like
I
Tony
can see
Stark,
a bit of Johnny Depp. Yeah.
Never Tony Stark. I'll take that. Yes, I'm Tony Stark's doppelganger. I am Iron Man secretly.
Lizard King. This might be stepping into a little bit of spoilers again, guys.
Okay.
Did Miguel really betray Carlos Montero?
To my memory, I think so. That's such a specific
I
question.
know, that's a very specific question, Lizard King.
I remember
You've really done your work.
Yeah. Shit. Oh, damn. Yeah.
Of all the storylines, he asked that question. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
Maybe, I mean, if he's asking, maybe there's something in there, like the subtlety that I don't know. I don't know, man. I have to go back and I have to play it and get back to you at some point in life. But yeah, I'm saying yes. He betrayed him. You know, that rat.
Did you have a favorite side character? We love all the actors. Let's take the actors out of it. Actual character. Is there one that resonated with you the most? I know you haven't played it, but you.
Yeah. But like side characters, like as the main cast, or like someone else, like even
like Lucky Mama or El Tigre. Or
I love El Tigre.
I love El Tigre, man.
That guy, like the way that guy talks, you could tell that he's had way too many concussions. And like his brain's been knocked around in his skull way too many times.
Did you ever you had scenes with him, that actor?
Yeah.
Man, that voice is so recognizable.
Yeah, he's got a very great. Oh, really? I never met him before, other than that. But yeah, he's a big dude. You know, he's got a great voice. And then also, I love Bembe, that scumbag.
Oh, Bembe, yeah.
The dude with the blonde hair.
I could not trust Bembe.
No.
He was very. There was just something off about him, you know. He was very.
That's played by Christian. That's played by Christian Ochoa, and he has like a beautiful voice, magnificent.
Beautiful, yeah. He honestly, he was a real standout for me. He could honestly be a main villain in a Far Cry game, and probably and nail it. Don't you think?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, man. He did a great job.
He did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Andrew Johnson. Sean was hilarious. Sean McKay was a hilarious character. Oh, Sean McKay, the Canadian.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that guy's funny in real life too. Like, he kind of like improvs some lines, if I remember. But I think there was a moment when he says, "Jesus Murphy," and that's a very like Canadian thing to say.
Oh, really?
Jesus Murphy. Yeah, and I think he added that, which was hilarious.
Good on him.
And also like it's funny because, you know, he's a Canadian. We have reputations of being like such nice people, but then he's
he's
this
just completely
scumbag, piece of shit person, and he just ends up being a Canadian guy, which is hilarious. Yeah.
Well, spoilers. There's a part where you can either shoot him or let him go, and if you let him go, he goes on for 5 minutes just rambling about stuff.
Right.
I don't know what they did. Did they let him go in the booth or? I
think they let him go. I kind of remember that when we were filming. I think they just let him go like on the spot, but then there may have been more in the booth.
Yeah.
But I do remember that option.
He was actually, even though he was a scumbag, I enjoyed the character. Like, it was a good addition.
He's a likable scumbag. That what makes a good bad guy, you know?
Yeah. Weapons training. Did you get any weapons training on this one?
A little bit, yeah. Like how to hold a gun, how to hold like the rifle properly. Like we I remember like at the beginning of the whole process, like we spent the day just like being trained by the stunt guy about like how to properly move, like how to walk with either a rifle or a pistol.
Yeah.
So we did get some of that. To make it look real, right?
Yeah. I thought so. Yeah. I thought so. Another spoiler. There's a few spoilers here, but I gotta get into it a little bit with you here. In the end, Dani becomes like a leader, pretty much. In the end, I just wanted to know: did you find yourself becoming a leader in the volume at all by the end of the project?
Yeah. Yeah, I just felt like more comfortable in the whole behind the scenes. I felt like as time went on, you know, I felt like Ubisoft was like my second home.
Yeah.
You know, like I just come here and like, hey guys, what's up? You know, like I'm like we're
part of the
family
family
and like
yeah.
Exactly. Like I was like exactly like part of the family and all that. So by the time we shot that, that kind of resonated into the character as well, where because there's a lot of times when you show up to set and you have to keep yourself in check, you know, you don't know whose shoes you're gonna step on, especially like as a day player, right? But like as a lead, eventually I just got so comfortable being there that it was like my second home. So if that answers the question, then that resonated into that part of Dani, I think.
And so do you find yourself being really connected to the character now after like more than you were at the start? Like, is it hard to let that character go?
Yeah, totally. Like, because I've never been a part of a project for this long, and I've never played a character for this long too.
Yeah.
So like there were times where like I'm at home thinking about him, like I kind of get a little teary-eyed about the whole thing. I'm like, man, like I'm gonna say goodbye to Dani after almost 3 years of playing this person. So it's like a bittersweet kind of thing, but all good things come to an end. So
yeah. I feel like that'll be tougher for some people to deal with than others because you're working so long on it, and it's not guaranteed that you'll ever see the character again, is it?
Yeah.
Especially in a Far Cry game, like not typically do they bring back the same characters ever. So I just wanted to ask.
A hell of a journey.
Yeah, hell of a journey, man. I love it. Yeah. You two are goated, says Dogboy. We're goated.
What's that mean?
That means we're kings. We're legends.
Goated. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, here's a good one. Woody Harrelson would make a crazy Far Cry villain, like a drug lord. I agree. He would be phenomenal,
so too, yeah.
but I don't. He might be a
sure.
little bit too famous. I don't know.
Maybe a little bit too Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, he like
you know.
Yeah,
if
when
that
you
makes sense.
sometimes when you see him, you see Woody Harrelson, not the character. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
I mean that is a cool concept. I'm down with that.
I don't mind it. Now, were you born in Canada, or did you have heritage in other areas, or like?
No, I'm born in Canada. I'm
Yep.
from
Winnipeg?
Windsor.
Oh no. Yep.
I'm from Windsor, Ontario, which borders Detroit, and that's where I was born and raised. But my family is like on my mom's side, they're from Spain, and my dad's French Canadian. So
Wow,
and
you
then
got a
I'm-
bit of
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, a little bit. But I just identify more with my Spanish side because that's where I spent most of my time, like in my childhood, like with like my Spanish grandparents and all that. So they kind of like semi raised me as a kid. But
Yeah.
yeah, I moved to Toronto in 2014 to pursue the acting thing, and I've been
Yeah.
here since.
So you're fluent, I'm guessing, in Spanish.
In Spanish? No.
No? Really?
Nah, sadly.
Man,
yeah.
you would have fooled me. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, that's the job. But yeah,
I
no,
guess
like
so.
I can pick it up and all that. Like I can pronounce the words well, but no, sadly I'm not fluent. I can understand.
So some of the
bit.
quips and some of the language in the game, does someone have to like read it out to you so you know how to say it, or you can
Well,
read
we had
it
a
and
dialect. We had a dialect coach throughout the whole filming process. So like if there was something that I wasn't saying properly, he would chime in and be like, "No, it's like this," and then
Yeah.
and then it'd be like, "Okay, thank you, Carlos." By the way, his name's Carlos Diaz. He's a great guy.
There you go. Love it. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, mate. I just wanted to know any upcoming projects that you can talk about.
Honestly, not at the moment. I'm still like auditioning. You know, I'm back in my acting class. You know, just trying to keep the muscles sharp and all that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
But on the side, I am doing like a little concept feature film with my buddy. It's in the early stages right now. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but yeah, we plan on doing our own stuff down the line. So one day it might get made. Who knows? But yeah, you never know, man. Who knows what will happen in the future? You just got to keep going out for those roles, you know.
If you've got any final questions, guys, send them through now. Mr. Dr. Bread for the win. That's a tough name to read. Was Male Dani's face based on yours, or did they create a whole new likeness? You killed it as Male Dani. I love hearing you bond with Boom Boom.
Boom boom. Thank you. Cool. I appreciate that. No, I don't. I mean, I don't think it was based off my face. Maybe like a little bit, but I think they took like faces from other cast members and made them into one. If I remember, I did see like because actually when we first started to shoot, Dani didn't really have a face yet. Like there was an option, like in the early talks was like Dani could have been like customizable, like in Fallout 4, right? When you can like tweak the nose, and face, and like the jaw structure. But then
you could
when
choose
they
the male or female voice. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
and then when they decided on a character model, I was like, I find like that was a moment when I could fully like step into the shoes of this person, because now I know what I actually look like, because I knew that it wasn't going to look like me.
Yeah.
So like that was a moment where I was like, okay, this is what Dani looks like, and then now I can like envision myself as this guy. So
I personally prefer that when a game gives you a set character rather than customization. That's just me personally.
Because you know gamers are gonna make them look ugly as hell, right? Like the most grotesque version. and I've seen it like in Fallout
Mass Effect
games or
and,
whatever,
yeah, whatever.
right? So
Yeah.
it's like that's just not
Skyrim.
immersive.
Yeah.
It's
Seen some
make it look
crazy
ugly as
things.
possible.
Yeah, I'm usually the opposite. I usually can't be bothered, so it just looks like the most generic person ever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A couple more here, guys. Get them in quickly. Did Ubisoft let you bring a souvenir home from set or something? Anything like that?
Yeah, I have actually I have this giant mouse pad of chorizo. It's like I don't want to turn my computer
No,
around,
you're all right.
but it's on my wall, and it's this giant mouse pad, and I'm like, I don't have any desk that can fit this thing, so I just mounted it above, like in my living room. So I have this giant like portrait of the little dog chorizo just in my living room. So that's what I got, and then like I have some like I got like a T-shirt, stuff like that.
Yeah. You don't have the Anton Costello statue?
I don't.
You don't. Hold on. Let me get it. You don't have this one?
No, I do not. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, not bad.
Cool.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Not bad. Show and tell. What is Sean most hyped upcoming game?
Sorry?
What is Sean's most hyped upcoming game? I think you mentioned Starfield was one of them.
Oh, like
most
game that I'm
excited.
looking
Yeah.
forward to. Oh, yeah. Oh. Well, honestly, I'm really looking forward to the whole GTA remaster from 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, but also Starfield. Yes, I would definitely want to see more of that. But as of now, that's about it, I think.
Yeah. Besides the Far Cry DLC that's coming out.
Of course. Yes.
Do you know anything about that, by the way?
Yeah, I do.
Tell me everything right now. Just
Tell
let
you
it all
everything.
slip. Yeah, tell me the whole
Oh, come
story.
on.
Just
Well,
tell
there
me
is, like-
everything. You might
I mean,
as well.
they came out with like the future roadmap, right? If that's
Yeah,
the correct
was
thing.
Danny
Yeah.
Trejo in it? Did I see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like Danny versus everybody, and there's like the Rambo one, and then like the Stranger Things.
I'm guessing you
crossover.
didn't meet him on set. No.
That was all through
Voice.
voiceover and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was geeking when I heard
Yeah.
his voice. I was like,
Yeah, man.
Trejo.
See, I would spin it. I would say, yeah, I'm in a game with Danny Trejo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we work together. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
No. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on,
Thank
man.
you,
It's
man.
been an
It's
absolute
been a great
pleasure.
time.
No, I
For
hope
sure.
you enjoyed yourself.
Of course, yeah. I had a great time.
Anything you want to plug?
No, I mean, just follow me on Instagram if you want. It's up to you. Shawnee Ray, SCANYREY. It's my only way. That's my only form of social media. So come on down.
Yeah, let me link this in now, guys. There we go. It's in the description as well. So make sure you head over there, give him a follow, and send him a message saying you loved his performance. Because I know you
Appreciate
did.
it. Thank you, man.
Anything you want to say to the fans quickly before I let you go, brother?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for supporting the game. You know, I appreciate all the love, and I hope you enjoy everything. And until next time, enjoy.
Till next time, brother, I'll let you go. Have a great
Viva
night.
Libertad.
Viva Libertad. Take care, man.
Take care. Thank you.
The greatest interviewer of all time. Dan Allen Gaming. If there's one podcast you want to hear this year, it's Dan Allen Gaming.
Dan, we've got a job to do.
Mr. Allen, I've been waiting for you, Mr. Dan Allen. Anyone has heard of the likes of you, especially your YouTube channel. It's amazingly entertaining. Good job.
This is Geralt.
Where'd my package go? For fuck's sake. You can't cut it off like that so early. Fuck me. Hey guys. How are we all? Hope you enjoyed that chat with Sean Ray. Yeah, he answered a lot of questions. That was great. That was great. Really fun time. And we will also be having Nisa Gunduz, female Dani Rojas, next Monday. So stay tuned for that. Also, Clara Garcia. Jess is coming on the show as well, and maybe some more down the line. I'm doing well, thank you, Tank Buster. But yeah, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed. And I'm going to see you very, very shortly. Have a great day, everybody. Actually, you know what? We're going to play a little song to round us out. My favorite song in the game. You ready? Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Whoa, whoa. It's been an absolute pleasure. Leave a like, subscribe, do everything. I'll see you later. I'll see you fucking